For many people, this should be a signal to look inwards and say, what is it about that person that is making me unsettled? But instead, people don't do that. The majority of people do it through not very nice way, by mocking you, by laughing at you, by gossiping about you behind your back. Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I would like to raise some topic which is so relevant to many people who are going through some kind of transition right now. And many of you who are watching this video probably are going through some spiritual transition, or maybe you came to religion, or maybe you opened another path. Whatever that is, you probably notice how much and how rapidly you are changing. Maybe you're not aware as much as other people who are around you and who are observing your change. And for them, you have changed. Since last year, perhaps, you are a different person. And if you are, then this video is for you. In this video, we are talking about how to deal with people, with friends, with family who don't understand your journey. Perhaps they even disrespect you. Perhaps they don't want to even listen about your journey. Perhaps they don't support you, and some of them might be even leaving the friendship that you had with them. But here is some interesting and shocking statistics. Did you know that over 70% of people who go through a major spiritual transformation report losing at least one close friendship because of it? It's one of the hidden costs of awakening. You change, and suddenly the people around you aren't clapping. So, do you feel that some of your friends don't support you? Do you feel that they should give you a bit more support and even celebrate your achievement and growth? And they don't. Instead, you receive silence. Instead, you receive some kind of misunderstanding in the eyes. And let's look at it from both Western and Islamic psychology point of view. And that will clear up some things for you. I'm sure you will get pretty reassured by the end of this video. So first of all, let's have a look at the social identity theory, which explains that we're all part of groups, friends, family, communities, and those groups help us feel secure. When you change your identity, for example, you converted to Islam, you started wearing hijab, you stopped going to parties, or any other spiritual transformation, you break the unwritten rules of that group. And that's what's causing the problem in the group. Your transformation threatens the group identity. And there might be subconsciously fear. They're losing you or being judged by you. They're not always reacting to you. They are reacting to their fear of being left behind. So think about it. When we used to live in ancient times as groups of people, and we were pretty much like animals at those times, right? We didn't have that many social rules. Perhaps we couldn't communicate clearly or set our boundaries and so on. I mean, it was thousands of years ago, right? What would happen if one person in the group would change? They would just look different. They would produce some different sounds. They start talking in some other language, perhaps. There is some change that happened to one person in a group. How do you think the group will react? Do you think we'll clap? Unlikely so, because that threatens the group. The group knows where to hunt for food or gather some berries or whatever for food. So the group is very familiar with the territory. The group is very familiar with the behavior of each person in the group. What they do, how they live, how they communicate, and how they procreate. Instead, one of them decided to become different. That is unsettling for the whole group. The group doesn't know what to do with this individual anymore. They cannot read him. They cannot predict what kind of behavior. And that would be threatening to the whole group. The whole group might be in danger because they don't know what that person will do. So I hope it will make sense, because the same thing is applicable to today's society. If one person changes, the whole group subconsciously feels anxious. And so the next one we'll look at is the cognitive dissonance theory. So when someone sees you changing in a way that challenges their worldview, it creates discomfort in them. So instead of questioning themselves, it's easier to mock or reject you to reduce the discomfort. It's not about you being wrong, it's about them not being ready to look inward. So again, just to explain, when people see someone else changing in their group, whether it's a family group, friends group, or some other social group, it could be belonging to the school, belonging to university, belonging to work, whatever that group is, when one person is changing, it's unsettling for the whole group. For many people, this should be a signal to look inwards and say, what is it about that person that is making me unsettled? How are they changing? What ways did you find? Maybe it's something beneficial for them and perhaps for me as well. Maybe I should look into what they are looking into, or what they're learning, or what they're changing into. But instead, people don't do that. The majority of people looking for the ways to reduce that pressure, to find some relief in that discomfort. And they do it through not very nice way, by mocking you, by laughing at you, by gossiping about you behind your back, or by telling you straight that they don't like the way you change. So, as I said earlier, it's not about you, it's about them who don't like the change. It makes them feel uncomfortable. So now let's have a look at Islamic psychology. First of all, we have tazkiyah. That's the word for purification of the soul. And in Islam, inner growth, which is tazkiyah, often includes leaving behind bad habits or even environments. And the Prophet, peace be upon him, said, a man is upon the religion of his close friend. So let one of you look at whom he befriends. This is about the importance of choosing your friends, choosing your new environment when you're changing. Sometimes as you grow, Allah removes people who are no longer aligned with your journey. Letting go is part of purification. It doesn't mean you hate them. It means you love Allah more. You appreciate, you respect your own choice, your own path, and you choose to walk on that path, whether some people will follow you or not. And secondly, we have sabr and boundaries. Sabr is patience. So Islam teaches us patience with wisdom, but not passive suffering. So you are allowed to set boundaries. You are allowed to protect your peace, and you encouraged to choose silence over drama. Here is some practical advice. First of all, don't take it personally. As you can see from this video, the reaction is about them, not your worth or sincerity. Secondly, educate gently if the door is open. Share what you are learning. Sometimes fear comes from ignorance. Thirdly, accept the grief of losing people. It's okay to mourn friendships. That's human. Also, find new circles that nourish you. Seek friends who reflect the path you're on, not the path you left. And another advice, just stay kind, but stay firm. You can love them from a distance. You don't owe anyone your peace. So if your friends don't respect your journey, remember, your path is your path. And if they are not willing to listen to you and ask you questions about your change and what you found, then perhaps it's the time to let some people go from your life. And that's okay, because some other people, new people who are more aligned with your truth, with your new path, will come to your life. I hope this video was helpful for you. And now you'll be less upset if someone judges you or don't understand you. If you would like to share your story, please put it in a comment below. Of course, I will read it and I will respond it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in our next video.